This is Harry Judd for Boxing Social. We're at York Hall in the back room near Change Room 5. I'm delighted to be joined by Tommy Fury, who's on this Floyd Mayweather Bill versus Deji. First of all, Tommy, congratulations becoming a father.
Thank you very much, appreciate it. Got to step up now as a man, don't I? Forget the boxing, I've got a kid on the way.
Does that change your attitude with the boxing? Because you're not just doing it for yourself now, not just doing it for Molly, but you're obviously for the whole family now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's definitely something I have to fight for, you know. It's just not me I'm fighting for in there. It's not me missus I'm fighting for, my family or my family's name or whatever. I've got a little daughter on the way, so everything now is for her. And it makes me a hungrier fighter, it makes me a more dangerous fighter, and that's just that. So it's all positive.
Paul Bamber, what do you know about him and why picking this opponent? Obviously you want to stay active, we haven't seen him in the ring for a while, so tell me what you know about Paul Bamber.
I don't really know an awful lot about him, to be fair. I don't want to know. All I know is that I've done the work. I've done the graft for 7 hard weeks. I've been in camp with Tyson for 6 of those. We've pushed each other to the limit. We've done plenty of rounds together in the gym. I've had great sparring. That's not been with Tyson, really competitive stuff with some good lads. And I'm looking to showcase what I've got on November 13th. I'm looking to go up a level again. And get another fight underneath my belt, a bit more active.
Are you training with Big John? Because I know you were training with Shane McGuigan beforehand, but is it back now as the Fury family? Yeah,
definitely. I'm training with my dad. My dad's trained me for all my career, so...
So yeah, picking this back up. Why Paul Bamber? We understand to stay active. We haven't seen him in the ring for quite a long time. Tommy, I understand you're training with your father John now, not Shane. So yeah, just tell me a little bit about the training, how it's gone, mate.
Training's gone great, as always. We don't leave any stone unturned. We always train the hardest and we go 100%. Go hard or go home, and that's our philosophy on things. I'm in the best shape of my life. I do feel that. I feel great in the gym. There's nothing more to say. I've trained like an absolute beast for 6 weeks, 7 weeks. So there's nothing really more to go out and say. I've got to fight 6 rounds against Paul Bamber. He was the best name that we was given out of the bunch. So he's a southpaw. He's had 5 wins. I think he's had 7 fights, 1-5, not 4. I don't know what he's done. But at the end of the day, I'm going in there to showcase my skills. I really feel like I've gone up a level in this camp because I've sparred people that I've sparred in the past, and we've got new people in, and I feel really good.
There's a lot of criticism from the hardcore boxing fans with this card. We're not getting Devin Haney, perhaps not getting Garcia Davis, for example. We're not getting Fury AJ. We're getting Chisora Fury, and now we've got this event, which is influencer / boxer. But for yourself, who's been celebrity and in that sort of world, what are you? A boxer or an influencer, Tommy?
Whatever you want me to be.
And what is that?
I'm a fighting man at the end of the day. Me and Floyd Mayweather are true fighters on this card. That's it. I'm not here for no influencer bollocks or shit like that. I'm not here for any, YouTube things. I'm here to fight. I've got a fight with Paul Bamber on November 13th. It's a professional fight. It's going to go on my record. I'm here to do a job, a demolition job at that. And then I'm looking to leave Dubai and get on to my next fight. I don't tie me in with all this rubbish that's going on in YouTube box and all that sort of stuff. I've named the 2 people that I want to fight, and apart from that, I'll fight proper true boxers, and that's it.
Because Jake Paul is the fight everyone's talking about. We saw him facing Anderson Silva again. I was there out in the US. I'll be honest, there's not much conversations in terms of that fight. I didn't really think the fight was that competitive. Silva's certainly gone past his professional record, for example. But for you stepping in the ring with him, I know, again, it's a big money fight. But is it really where you want to go in your career, Tommy?
Like I've labelled it, all the way through my career. I'm on Route 66, and there's a petrol station. I need some fuel. I'm going to stop off, fill my car up, and get back on the road and finish the journey. That's all I see it as. Why would I not collect millions of pounds to fight an idiot that I can beat comfortably with both hands tied behind my back? You'd ought to be an idiot not to take it. So, these lucrative fights are here. I'm going to take them, but don't, mistake it for anything. My goal in this sport is to be a world champion, and nothing can ever draw me from that. These money fights are great, but guess what? Straight after they're done and dusted, back on to winning titles, because that's what I'm about. I'm not in the game to fight influencers to get some money. I want to go down in history and be remembered in this sport. That's the whole reason why I got into it, because Jake Paul and all these fellas want about when I turn pro at 18. So my goal remains the same.
He is fearful that you will pull out a 3rd time. What's your response to that one, mate?
There'd be no pulling out from me. At the end of the day, the past 2 times it's meant to happen, those were out of my hands completely. And I'm not going to go over it again because I've done a million interviews about it, and everyone knows them reasons. I'm not going to bring them back up, but make no mistake, a fight with Jake Paul for me is easy money. Easy money. And I don't care what anybody says, don't care all the comments on this videos it's going to get. it is easy money. And when I get in the ring with him finally, because it will happen, because there's been too much said not to happen, you will see that it is easy work. But I'm not taking my eyes off Paul Bamber on November 13th, because there's banana skins all the time in boxing. And I intend not to slip up on November 13th.
I asked Jake this because he did a piece with the Mirror. You're letting Frank Ryan and your team sort of sort this fight out, and hopefully it will be in the UK. You recently said that it will sell out Wembley. You think that's the case, Tommy?
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it's a huge fight in the UK, definitely. I think you go down the street and ask anybody to go to Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury Saturday night at a big stadium, who's not going to go? I genuinely believe that. But at the end of the day, that's for another day. I've got Paul Bam to worry about. This is my night fight, looking to put on a good show, and that's it. I never overlook the opponent in front of me. I never look in the future. I look at what's here right now, and what's here right now is Paul Bam November 13th.
Just two more for me. Chisora Fury, a lot of criticism with that fight. I won, to be honest. I think if Tyson wants to have a fight in between, let's say the Usyk fight will happen next year, which we all are hoping. Muhammad Ali did the same, had two easy fights, an easy fight before a big one. What do you make of the criticism in terms of that fight, Tommy?
I think it's all rubbish. I don't know how they can criticise it. It's a tough fight for Tyson, because at the end of the day, people want to see Tyson and Usyk so much. Derek Chisora pushed Usyk for 12 rounds all the way. If you don't believe me, go back and watch the fight. Usyk looked like he'd been dragged through the trenches after that fight. So anywhere that's saying Derek Chisora is an easy fight for Tyson, Derek Chisora is 6'3", 18.5 stone, who can bang. He put Carlos Takam spark out. Anthony Joshua never done that to Carlos Takam. So you've got all these points to think about. So anybody saying that Chisora's a walkover, have a day off. Chisora, depending on which Chisora turns up, can be a dangerous man. So, it can't have sold that bad, and there can't be too many complaints, because already 70,000 tickets are gone. So, it's going to be watched by some people, isn't it?
Yeah, I totally agree. I know you don't want to speak about this, but I will ask you the question. How do you think True Geordie approached that interview with Tyson? The questions he asked and things that, I guess, the Ben thing, for example, didn't really concern Tyson. How did you think that interview went, and what do you make of True Geordie?
I don't make anything to him, to be fair, and I'm not going to give him my time. I'm not going to speak on it. The interview was what it was. Tyson's his own man, and that's it.